evening and welcome to Everett High School here at the Pit. That's what they like to call their gymnasium here. Joe Richer Court down on the lower part of the building here. We are high up above, overlooking the action as we are getting ready for Wesco 3A boys basketball tonight. It is the Everett Seagulls hosting the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. My name is Steve Willits, along with the five-tool player, Mr. Todd Elvick. We are just getting ready for the game here as we speak. The starting lineups are being introduced. The Everett Seagulls, who started off the year a little bit rough. They were 0-3, three non-league games I might mention. Actually, two of those three games were non-league. 0-3 to start the year. They have since won 6 of their last 7. 4-1 in league play, and we'll get to that a little bit later on as they are involved in a very tight battle with about a half a dozen teams right now. 6-4 overall. And they're taking on a Pilchuck team that is still looking for their first victory of the year. That's the bad news if you're Marysville-Pilchuck. Some of the games, though, have been close. Some have not. I'm not going to lie about it, but a few of the games have been fairly tight, including an overtime loss against Edmonds-Woodway. So they are hoping to get their first victory, not only of 2023, but of the season. Mike Portal, the public address announcer here at the Pit, going through the starting lineups as we speak. And let's go ahead and give you those from our standpoint right here. Starting for the Everett Seagulls, 5'8" junior, number 1, Mohamed Jama. Number 2, Isaiah White is a junior. He's 6'4". He's also starting. He averages 17 points and 9 rebounds a game. A 5'10" junior, number 3, Ty Bloomfield, is also getting the start. He averages around 11 points per game. Number 23 is Danny Savovich. He is an All-Wesco player from last season. He's averaging around 15 points per game. Danny wears the number 23 on his back, and he is a 6'1" senior. And then rounding out the lineup, Hayden Konaxis, 6'7" senior, who's averaging 13 points per game, wearing the number 33. Looking over at Marysville-Pilchuck, we'll get you that lineup here in a moment as we're getting ready for the national anthem performed by the EHS band. We're going to stay right here. We're going to actually take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Thank you to our friends at Les Schwab Tire Center. We are just about ready for action here. The band is playing. I don't know how it sounds over your streaming devices right now, but it's loud in here. They sound magnificent. They had a great anthem just a moment ago. We already mentioned the Everett starting lineup. We'll get you the Tomahawks lineup here in just a moment. Again, Marysville-Pilchuck looking for their first win of the season. Here's your lineup. 5'7" senior, number 0, Galen Gray. A 6'1" senior, number 2, Tommy Nguyen. A 6'1" senior, number 3, Bubba Baxter. A 6'2" junior, number 10, Hannon Dixon. And rounding it out, a 6'3" senior, number 13, Jackson Poe. And we are underway, and the very first shot of the game is from Ty Bloomfield. He misses it. Going to get a whistle there at the very end of the play. Apparently out of bounds, and just like that, we've had our first shot attempt. And now Pilchuck will get the basketball. Working the ball around right now. 3 ball in the corner. Count it! Jackson Poe wasting no time at all, getting MP on the board. 3-0 lead. Again, this is a feisty team. They're yet to get a victory this year. But if you let them hang around, they will make things very interesting. Everett Seagulls winners of 6 of their last 7 after starting off the season 0-3. Savovic looking down low, thought he had Bloomfield, he was looking away. Here comes Tommy Nguyen, going coast to coast, laying it in off the rim. Gray grabs it, kicks it back out to Bubba, and Bubba Baxter says, I'll put that ball in the hole. 5-0 lead for Pilchuck here in the early going. Not quite 1 minute into the game. Yanni Savovic with the ball up on top, getting it to Kanaxis, swings it over to White. Back down to Kanaxis, the 6'7" post player kicks it around. Savovic with the 3, misses it. And they're going to say that ball was tipped off the fingertips of Baxter. Baxter trying to argue his case, but to no avail. Your officials tonight, Steve Landreau, who's been at it for about 80-plus years now, or so it seems. We can say that. We know Landreau a little bit. Meadowdale graduate from the early 1980s who referees a lot of college ball. There's a double dribble. Landreau showing off that animated skill set of his right there, giving us the double dribble. And Bobby Thompson has seen enough already. Again, they're a team that's coming in here fairly hot, expecting to get a victory, and already they're trailing. This is a full timeout. We're going to keep it right here as we start to look around here a little bit.
I got a good story for you.
Oh, you do? Okay. That's
So,
Todd Elvick, folks.
So the other night we were coming out of a game over at Glacier Peak, and Todd Webb was one of the referees.
Todd Weber?
Yeah, and so I yell over to him. I says, I think there was a couple errors out there. He goes, I'm sorry, next time wave at me. We'll stop the game, and I'll adjust my call.
Todd always good
Great
for a
guy.
few laughs. He's not here tonight, though. Steve Landreau calling the game, as well as Mark Hedges, a Kent Meridian graduate who actually had taken 3 years off. And there's a steal. Savovic trick looking to kick it down the floor there. However, Baxter picks it off. Back-to-back turnovers. That's Galen Gray with the basketball. Gray, a football player, a fantastic football player. All Wesco this year. Bubba Baxter with the 3. He hits it. Surprise, surprise, MP out to an 8-0 lead. Baxter's got 5 points already. And the home team, the Seagulls, get a little surprise here on their home floor. That's Kanaxis, kicks it over. Jama with the basketball, getting pressured by Gray. Tries to dribble out of it, goes into the corner, kicks it over to White. We're down to 8 on the shot clock. White's going to take it himself, floats it up there, gets it to go. Give it to your big money player when you need a bucket like that, and Isaiah White did not disappoint. 8-2 score. Looking to employ a trap here right now. White and Bloomfield both on it. There's the steal from Jama. And there's another steal right back as Nguyen bats it down into the hands of Dixon. Gray kicking it down low. Wide open, nobody around him is Tommy Nguyen. His first bucket of the game. Give Gray the assist. 10-2 score here. Running up and down the floor here. There goes Kanaxis. Uses the backboard wisely. And the 6'7" big man, the senior, getting it done there. 10-4 score. Mentioned it, Marysville-Pilchuck without a victory this year. Looking to break that streak. Tommy Nguyen floats in, puts it up, gets fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. The first foul of the game as we are 3 minutes and 5 seconds in already.
Well, you said they had an overtime loss against Edmonds Woodway?
They did, 77-78 back
Well,
on.
we saw Edmonds Woodway at Snohomish the other night, and Edmonds Woodway is
They're
no
not a
slouch.
bad, yeah.
So if Marysville was playing with them, I mean, they have a lot of potential.
And Edmonds Woodway's had a few stinkers this year. I think they would even admit that, and Nguyen misses the first shot. But nonetheless, you're right. I mean, Edmonds Woodway has done okay for themselves. Our first substitution of the game is Mo Jada, the 6'5" wing player. Number 15 comes in for the Seagulls. Foul, by the way, was called on Juma. Again, his first since we've only had one foul the entire game. 11-4 lead. MP's last game was just 2 nights ago. There's a 10-footer from Savovic, gets it to go. His first bucket of the game. 11-6. Everett trying to cut into that deficit now after giving up the first 8 points. They're on a 6-3 run. Make it 6-5. There you go. Jackson Poe has a 3 already in the game. He adds a 2-pointer to that total. 13-6 score. Not quite halfway through the first quarter here. Kanaxis into the key. Nice job by Baxter, bats it out of his hands. He finally kicks it back to Savovich. Looks for a screen, decides to go to his left instead. Down to 10 on the shot clock. White with a 3 ball. Rims off, Baxter grabs it. Baxter seems to be everywhere right now. Slowing things down a little bit here. We are now at the 4-minute mark, halfway through the first quarter. 13-6, beautiful pass down low. Nguyen waits till White goes by him, leaves it a little bit short, bats it around right to Kanaxis' hand. To Savovich, to White, to Kanaxis, lays it up and in, count the bucket, and he gets fouled. A beautiful display of what a fast break should look like there. Selfless basketball as Gray catches part of Kanaxis' head as he goes by. Hayden lays it in, his 4th point of the game. It's the first foul against Pilchuck. We've got some exciting basketball here already. We mentioned earlier Mark Hedges was one of the other 2 officials. Hedges coming back after a 3-year absence. Kanaxis gets that one to go. He's got 5 points on the game. The other official tonight, Philip James, a 2003 graduate of Snohomish High School. Trying to go down low that time. This time Kanaxis is waiting for it. He gets it to White. White's going to try to take it the distance. Lays it in. Little right hand to the left hand, finger roll. Isaiah's got 4 points now, and all of a sudden, Everett right back into this thing. You knew that when they went down 8-0 that they had a run coming, and here we go. Into the corner, looking to pass it out. It wasn't the way they drew it up, but they still have the basketball. Gray passes it around. Nice play from Poe. Tries to get it to Baxter, maybe a little too much heat on it. Jada comes up with it. Shot, White in the corner, the 3. Leaves it a little bit short. Bounces around, and there's some nice hustle there. That's Mauricio Garcia Luna, who just checked into the game a moment ago. And we are going to get a 30-second timeout from Pilchuck, and we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back. And welcome back here at the Pit. Joe Richer Court, Everett High School. Seagulls and the Tomahawks. 13-11 score, a good one here in the first quarter. Galen Gray tries to take it all the way himself. Just misses it. Here comes Isaiah White. Looking for a kick out, finds Kanaxis into the lane. Back to White. Ball gets batted away by Poe. Nice block. Puts up another shot, air ball. Pressured there. Poe comes up with it. A little bit of a lazy pass to Baxter, but nobody there to pick it off. Pilchuck holding on to that 2-point lead. Looking for more right now. A little give and go there. Nice job by White to bat it down. Keeps the ball. Left side goes in. Batted away by Poe, and they're going to say he got some body. 2 shots coming up for Isaiah White. Isaiah, a second-team All-Wesco player last year. Stepping up to the line with a chance to pull the game within 1 on this first shot, and he does. And now a chance to tie the game. Would be the first time it's been tied since it was 0-0. After Pilchuck jumped out ahead with the first 8 points. And there it is. Nice soft touch there. Use the rim. 13-13 score. 2:18 to go first quarter. 3-on-2. Pilchuck. Luna Garcia, and he draws the charge. Set himself nicely, waited for Tommy Nguyen to come crashing into him. Gets the player control foul. That is foul number 3 now on Pilchuck. Everett has 1. And the Seagulls right now with a chance to take their first lead of the ball game. Kanaxis, nice job by Baxter to sneak behind him, bats it out of bounds. 17 still left on the shot clock here. On a Thursday night, the first Thursday of the calendar year 2023. Good crowd here. It's a blackout night for the student section, and they wanted me to point out not only is it a blackout with pom-poms. Bloomfield leaves it a little bit short. Grabbed by Baxter. Here comes MP on the other end. He goes all the way in. Ball rolls off the front of the iron. Jada comes up with it, pushes it to White, to Bloomfield, the three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Ty Bloomfield, his first bucket of the game, and that's the first lead of the game for Everett, 16-13. Poe on the other end answers quickly. Jackson Poe with 7 points, 16-15 now. Bloomfield thought about it, drives in. Nice little dish to Canaxis in the lane, bounces off the rim and then drops into the cylinder. Canaxis with 7 first quarter points, 18-15. Everett up by 3. The steal, White knocks it out of the hands of Nguyen. A little passing around, Jada to White. Another bucket, and here comes Everett now on fire all of a sudden. 20-15. Inadvertent buzzer there as Steve Landreau, the official, says keep playing, and they do. Triple team right there. Nice steal by White. Here it comes. Slams it down with authority. Isaiah White, 10 points here in the first quarter. And Jeremiah Ripley, the coach for MP, says, I've seen enough. He calls a full timeout. We'll take a quick break. You do not want to go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this. Coach O'Neill.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Full practice, switch doctor, request immediate hot extra. Take it on.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else on the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. It started off all MP in the first minute or so. It's been all Everett ever since. 22-15 in favor of the Seagulls after trailing 8-0. And another quick timeout there by Coach Ripley. Let's see if he can motivate the guys to do something here before the end of the quarter. Batted away by Isaiah White. Another breakaway. Another dunk. Isaiah with 12 first quarter points. He is here, there, and everywhere. He's making buckets. He's making plays on the defensive side. We've seen him pass the ball around and distribute. He's averaging 17 on the season. He might have that here shortly. Ooh, almost got another steal. 3 ball is up, and that one's off the back of the iron. That was Davian Parks. Tip in by Poe, misses it. Poe gets his own rebound after the ball's batted around. A nice little hook shot, and that's the end of the quarter. Enough excitement for you? Got a fun one going here. Everett Seagulls 24, Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks 15. You're watching STSPN.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
Second quarter underway. Marysville-Pilchuck with the basketball, trailing by 9 all of a sudden. Nice little pressure out there up on top. Swinging it around. Parks with a 3 ball. Misses that one. That's the second missed 3 he's had since coming into the game. A freshman, by the way, JV player who came up. There's a Savovich three-point attempt, misses it. Galen Gray with the rebound. By the way, Galen Gray, we'll tell a little story about him in a second here. I had to do a little quick research today, Todd. I was a late fill-in for this game tonight. Here comes a rebound from Savovich. Ahead to Bloomfield in double-digit lead. Bloomfield now has 5 points. And a steal from Bloomfield. Going to go right back up with it. How about a 4-point play, if you will, of sorts. Bloomfield with a steal and another bucket. 28-15. Galen Gray, who was all-Wesco football player for Marysville-Pilchuck, was just trying to get some things off the internet here kind of last minute tonight. Again, not knowing much about what we were doing beforehand, and found a video of Galen Gray. He played in one of those showcase football games. There's a nice shot down below. Baxter lays it in. Bubba now with 7 points tonight. Galen Gray caught I think it was a 73-yard touchdown catch about a month ago at U.S. Bank Stadium where the Minnesota Vikings play in the Indigenous Bowl. A TV game of some sort. It was TV coverage when I saw the video. I don't know what network it was on. How cool is that?
Wow.
Right on the same field where an NFL team plays, where some big games have been played. The Final Four's been played there, amongst other things. Matter of fact, I was at the Final Four there in 2019. There's a three ball put up by Poe. Back iron bounces way into the air, bounces off the head of Jada. Finally coming over to get it is his teammate, Isaiah Parker. We call his name for the first time. Savovich fakes the three, goes down low, kicks it out. Bloomfield open look, misses it. Jada went flying in. And they're going to, I think, tee him up for grabbing the rim. And they do. Have a little fun. Why not, right? You can get away with that maybe a little bit if you're ahead by 11 points, although I'm not sure Bobby Thompson thinks that. But
you know what I'm happy to see is that they're starting to call some fouls on parents.
That was Mo Jada, by the way.
When they are getting out of line, because it just over the years, just been hard on the officials.
I'm okay with that. That's the way it should be, right? And they're going to give a free shot to Baxter, but he can't capitalize on it, misses it. I'd like to catch a 73-yard pass just even in the front of my house.
Yeah,
let alone
your front yard is 73 yards long?
It is not. That's what I mean. Just out on the street. Just give me that and I'll, with nobody guarding me, or maybe like Todd Elvick guarding me and all. Of course,
yeah,
these days if I run 73 yards, I got to worry about my heart rate afterwards, but that's another story. 70, and it was a cool-looking video. You should go check it out. If you get a chance, look up Galen Gray on Twitter. Of course, I didn't write down his Twitter handle, but here comes Baxter right now. Floats one up along the baseline, gets it to fall. It's 10 points for Baxter. He's got half of the MP points. Bloomfield for the open look. Threw that one a little too far to the right. Canaxis had the rebound and went up, got the ball knocked out of his hand. Parks chases that one down. Nicely done. A three ball from the corner. And a nice rebound there by Nguyen, who gets a little bit of help with that bounce off the rim. Poe blocked by Canaxis, and then they're going to get him for a foul as well. So Pilchuck, who's on a bit of a run right now with a 5-0 streak, and they're going to look for more here as Poe's going to go to the line shooting two. I thought they called Canaxis for it, but apparently it's Savovich who got the call. He's going to pick up his first. Fans doing a nice job of yelling. Poe with ice water in his veins, sinks it. Avery Thompson checking into the game for the Everett Seagulls, number 10. Son of Everett High School legend and head coach Bobby Thompson. And there's another basket for Poe. The Bobby, quite the ball player. Helps. Oh, and there we go. There's his son Avery. Avery getting a bucket as he just enters the game about 15 seconds prior. Bobby, of course, the coach of the Everett Seagulls down there. That's the bald head off to the left. Nice shot and nice block by Canaxis. Tells Mr. Nguyen it's not happening this time down the floor. Here comes Savovich. Baseline, kicks it out. Juma with a look. Open three. Hard off the backboard as White's going to track it down. Thompson was part of that 1995 team at Everett that went 5th in state. Three ball from Savovich. Missed it. Thompson does a nice job of batting that one off of the hands of Nguyen and out of bounds, so Everett's going to keep it down here. And after getting on a nice little run to end the first and to start off the second, all of a sudden Everett having a little trouble getting the ball in the basket. Nicely done there by Poe, batted it away from White. White's going to chase Baxter down the floor. Baxter still with the basketball, kicks it out to the corner. Parks with another open look three. Freshman can't get that one to go. Pass up ahead. Baxter doing a nice job of hustling to knock that ball, and Baxter kind of takes a hard tumble against the wall there. Nice job by Isaiah White showing some sportsmanship and checking on the opponent to make sure he's okay, and Baxter's hobbling pretty good there right now. He's going to have to come out of the game, and that's a big blow right now. As Hannon Dixon checks back in. Baxter again with half of the points that Everett has given up tonight for MP. He's got 10 of the 22. Thompson shuffled the feet a little too much. Traveling called. 4:21 to go here, second quarter. Marysville-Pilchuck has had an 8-point lead. It was 8-0. They squandered that. Everett came back, took a 9-point lead at the end of the first quarter, expanded it to 13, and now that leads down to 8. So both teams making runs. Nice pass down low. Jackson Poe, a little too hard. Right back up with it. Shot is missed. Another shot. Sticking with it and trying to put it up again. That is number 1, Shane Nelson. And finally, after no avail there, here comes Everett on the other end. Savovich puts it up a little too hard. He gets his own rebound, goes up again. The ball's batted away. Everybody getting attempts here, and nobody seems to be able to find the cylinder right now. Nelson one more time. This time he leaves it short. It might have been partially blocked. Ahead to White. He's going to slow it down and just lay this one up easy this time. Isaiah's first points of the second quarter. Had 12 in the first. 32-22. That's Savovich. All up in Dixon's business. Thompson comes over to help, bats the ball initially. It's kicked around. Nelson over to Gray. Into the corner. Poe for the three. Poe can't miss right now. Got a couple threes, a couple twos, and a couple of free throws. Isaiah White, circus shot, gets fouled. And I think Poe knew it. He smiles as he looks over at the bench. Two-shot foul coming up. That is Poe's second foul of the game. White 2 for 2 at the free throw line as Everett is 3 for 3 for the game. Make that 4 for 4 as a team. Checking in for Everett, number 14, Sam Lawless, 6'3" sophomore post player. Seagulls trying to put a positive hex on it, and it doesn't work as the ball falls out. They just announced Sam Lawless coming in there. A little cheer from the crowd. 8-point game right now. Here comes Wynn into the lane, left it a little bit short. Lawless with his first board. Savovich coming up the right side. Little stutter step, and he's blocked. Jama back to White. White into the lane, and this time he floats it over the top, and he misses again. Nice rebound by Thompson. The ball's batted around, still around there, and Thompson with a hustle play getting it back. White kicks it over to Jama from one corner to the next. Nice passing, Lawless to Thompson, back to Lawless. Cutting Thompson there, they didn't quite see him. That might have been a nice layup. Savovich looking for a screen. Pulls up from 15 feet out, sinks it. Savovich with 4 points on the night. Nice play there by Patrick Gardner, the post player there for Marysville-Pilchuck. He definitely made it a little bit more difficult for Everett to get a basket that time around. Ball's batted around, grabbed by Lawless. White, stutter step. Kicks it over to Savovich. And Poe, one too many passes. He was waiting for it. One of those bait plays where you just kind of tease him to make that last pass, and he did. Missed three there. It's going to go off the hands of a couple of Pilchuck players and out of bounds. And we're going to get another substitution as the freshman Davian Parks checks back into the game for Pilchuck.
want to remind everybody that KRKO is up at Arlington tonight.
They are. Girls basketball. Arlington versus Marysville-Pilchuck tonight. That's a very good Arlington basketball team again this year, as Joe Marsh once again has a solid squad, but Seth Dodge is doing a nice job for Getchell as well, and we're going to get a foul called this time around. This being called on Avery Thompson. These two teams have their girls' teams, I believe, playing tonight as well. Avery's twin sister Laney playing for the girls' team. Should have asked Bobby earlier where Mrs. T is tonight. And not to mention, and there's a pass that goes off the hands of Gardner. White coming down with it, and he lays it up and in. Not to mention that Lily, their daughter, who plays volleyball at Whitman, she's currently home for the holidays. So the Thompson family all together. 3-ball from Dixon. Leaves it a little bit short. Gets his own rebound, however, after the ball bounces about 3 or 4 times. Takes it back into the lane, tries to one-hand shuffle it. They're going to say he traveled. 41 seconds to go here in the half. 11-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Mentioned Marysville-Getchell a minute ago. That's where Jeremiah Ripley, the coach for Pilchuck, works. He's a teacher there. Steal there. Nice job by Dixon to come away with the basketball. A little behind the back move there. Kicks it into Gardner, goes into the lane, leaves it short. Rebound from Thompson, 16 seconds to go. White's not going to wait for his teammates. He's going in alone and gets fouled. You've got a couple more games this week, is that correct?
One more.
One
Tomorrow
more
night we're Kamiak at Jackson.
Boys basketball, that should be a good one.
Jackson seems like they've got a fairly good team. I haven't seen Kamiak play yet.
Jackson's got a very good team. Kamiak, a lot of guys coming back from a team last year that didn't get as many wins as they wanted, but they were very young last year. And Josiah Pierre, one of their players, averaging about 26 a game right now. They were in a holiday tournament down in Fort Vancouver where they took second place. I think in one of the games, I want to say they were playing Battleground. Double overtime, and Pierre had 41 points. White misses the second shot as well. So that could be a fun game tomorrow. I certainly would encourage folks to tune in to watch that. And, of course, Silas Williams, a phenomenal player for Jackson. And you've got the Hall of Famer doing that game.
I do.
Tom Lafferty, right?
He's just great to listen to.
He is. I've met the guy once or twice.
Yes, you have.
I think we might have done a radio show together. That's right. I think we still do.
In fact, I think you're in 2 places at one time tonight.
No, we're on Monday nights. But thanks for listening. Thanks for paying attention.
Today's not Monday?
It's Thursday. No, last time you and I did
it used to be Thursday?
You and I, it did used to be Thursday. We changed it 3 years ago, but you're close. Hey, we got a timeout. On that note, should we take a break?
Let's do that.
30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
And we are back, 37-25. You know how much time is left in the half? 0.3 seconds. Didn't realize that when we went to the commercial break. And there's the catch by Gardner. And there's the end of the half. We'll take a break. We might even try to get a special guest on here in a few minutes. We got a few of them around tonight. It is Everett 37, Marysville-Pilchuck 25. You're watching Wesco basketball on STSPN.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
All practice, switch doctor, request immediate hot extra.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
Dewitt Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
It's like a loot machine. Going around town, trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
5, 6, 7, 8. Everett, Seagulls, E-B-E-R-E-T-T. Everett, Seagulls, S-E-A-G-U-L-S.
generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race.
Look at this!
To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. You rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best.
UFC strawweight champion.
Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun, I promise you.
Right beside is brought down for player of the game, senior libero Lauren Riskin has control.
Championship district tournaments, we have it here on STSPN.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Back at the pit, second half about ready to start. Here we go. Everett with the basketball. Wearing the white uniforms, Marysville-Pilchuck in the red. 37-25 advantage for the Seagulls. We'll get you caught up on the first half scoring here in just a minute. Danny Savovich, 12-footer. Misses it, but Conaxis there with the rebound. One dribble, goes up, lays it in. Conaxis now with 9 points in the game for Everett in the first half. Isaiah White leading all scorers with 17 points. Ty Bloomfield had 7 as the ball's being worked around right now. There's Jackson Poe in the corner being guarded by Savovich. Avery Thompson had 2 points. Savovich had 4 and Conaxis had 7. He now has 2 more to go along with that. Nice there steal by Juma. Gets it to White, ahead to Conaxis. Running And the shot is missed. Ooh, we like that. A water being delivered to us there. Service with a smile. We like it here at the Pit. Taking good care of us, Todd Elvik. And looking at Marysville-Pilchuck, a lot easier for me to do the scoring here. They had 3 players account for all 25 points in the first half. Jackson Poe had 12. Bubba Baxter had 10. That's 22 of the 25. The other 3 went to Tommy Nguyen. There's a 3 ball by Juma, back iron. Canaxis, who had his jersey being held there, you could see the 3 and the 3 stretching as Poe trying to get away with it. If you're going to try to get away with grabbing the jersey, don't stretch the uni. They'll see that every time.
Yeah, you wonder why we do a lot of Everett home games right there, the water.
The water gets delivered, right? Tell me we'll do even more if they can get us a hot dog next time. What do you think?
Yeah,
or should I not get too greedy there?
Well, you know, we do come in the back door, so it's a pretty good setup.
Fair enough. There's a 3 ball by Nguyen. Misses it. Savovich with the rebound. Nice hustle there. Is Poe able to dive and knock it over to Nguyen, who lays it in. That one doesn't go down on the stat sheet, but really Jackson Poe making that one happen. 39-27 score. By the way, that 14-point lead a moment ago was the largest lead of the night for Everett. They had a 13-pointer in the first half. Canaxis puts up a 3. Nice job of getting a hand on it. White tipped it to Bloomfield. Bloomfield missed the shot. I think he thought he was fouled. No call. Nguyen, stolen by Canaxis. 6'7", goes up. One-hand jam. Saw his buddy Isaiah doing it earlier and wanted to get in on the act. When you're 6'7" and you got a breakaway, you best throw it down or you're going to hear about it from your teammates later, right? 14-point lead again. Canaxis can play some ball. Batted away by Juma, and they're going to say he tipped it off of Gray. Nice job there by the 5'8" junior point guard. And here comes Calvin Higgins back into the game. By the way, that's Patrick Gardner coming in. Somebody needs to edit their roster here for Marysville-Pilchuck. I'm looking at Patrick Gardner. He's the guy that's getting ready to guard the point coming up. He's listed at 5'4". I'm thinking that 5 should be a 6, but that's just me. Canaxis with a nice play there as White saved it from going out of bounds. Give him an assist. Give Canaxis the bucket. He's got 6 here in the third quarter alone. 13 for the game. Largest lead of the night for Everett. 16 right now. Poe coming back down. He says, you know what? If Canaxis is going to score on me, I'll return the favor. Poe with 14 on the game. Nice layup there. Ty Bloomfield with his 9th point of the game. Bloomfield with another steal, and he goes right back up and lays it in. Second time tonight we've seen Bloomfield make a basket, steal the inbound, and then make another basket. Essentially 2 4-point plays. 18-point lead for Everett. And Pilchuck wants a timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
You got the Seagull power chant going there in the far left corner of the floor. Almost said field. That was the other sport, right? That we do. We do that during the fall months, if you will. 18-point lead. The Seagulls, who, if you're just tuning in, fell behind 8-0 to start the game off. And it's been pretty much all them ever since. 47-29 is our score. Ball is tipped by Savovich. Gray picks it back up, gets it to Nguyen. Nguyen's going to go for the reverse layup, and he gets it to fall. He's got 4 of his 7 points here in the third quarter. 47-31. Poe with a steal. Got a little lazy on the pass, and he was ready for it. Poe, you get some hustle of points. Give him a hustle award. Gray looking for his first bucket of the game. He connects the 3 ball. We mentioned earlier he scored a touchdown at U.S. Bank Field last month in the Indigenous Bowl, and he scores his first points of the game here tonight.
What do you think Canax's wingspan is?
A lot longer than mine. You need almost 2 tape measures for that one.
Wow.
Yeah, it almost doesn't seem fair if you're the other team. He's got the wingspan, but he's got talent too. Bloomfield with a 3. Ooh, that one got away a little bit. Hits the top of the backboard. Canaxis tries to be a little too selfless. Gets it into White, but the ball's tipped away. All of a sudden, Pilchuck on a 5-0 run, and they've got the basketball again. We're down by 18 just a moment ago, trying to get it within 11, and Nguyen can't quite do it. However, nice job by Poe underneath. Bucket is good. Patrick Gardner with his first points of the night. Here come the Tommies all of a sudden. 7 straight points. It's an 11-point game. Mentioned earlier that this is a team that hasn't found the win column yet, but they're fighters. They will stick around and they'll play you tough. Bloomfield, fake the 3, drives in, underhand scoop, and gets it to go. Bloomfield 6 points here in the quarter, 13 for the game. 49-36. This is an Everett team that is one of 6 Wesco teams in a 16-team league. 6 teams with 1 or fewer losses. And Jackson Poe looking for the 3 ball. Didn't quite go the way he wanted it to. Here comes Canaxis. Jam! One-hand throwdown. And Steve Landreau, who is neither young enough nor tall enough nor physical enough to jump up there and grab the net down himself. I can say that because he's a friend of mine, and I'll probably hang out with him after the game tonight. He calls the whistle and asks one of the players to do it for him. There is Canaxis with yet another slam dunk. He's got 8 points in the quarter, 15 for the game, 51-36. And Nguyen pushes his way through, and they're going to say no. Did they call a traveling violation? I didn't see the signal, but it must have been. There's no foul there, so turnover, and the ball goes right back to Everett. Under 3 to go here, third quarter. Fun night here at the pit. Good crowd. And Bloomfield from the corner misses it. Nice job. Rebound by Jada, misses it. Canaxis gets the board, goes back up, puts it in.
You know, when you got Canaxis on the other side, you can just kind of play catch until you make the basket.
You can, right? Gray, pull-up shot, misses it. Jada with a rebound, and they're going to call him for traveling. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. You should know the answer to this. I did a game with you here about 3 weeks ago when Everett played Meadowdale. I know a couple weeks before that you did an Everett Cedar Crest game here. Have you done any other Meadowdale? Got the Meadowdale coach standing over there. Have you done any other Everett boys home games this year? And I'll tell you why I asked that in just a moment. You probably know why I'm asking.
Well,
kind of hinting a little bit.
I think I've done.
Nice job. But we got to give a little shout out here, by the way. That's Aaron Hill. He hasn't made a bucket yet tonight, so Aaron Hill with the points.
I think I've done all their home games.
Oh, you have done all their home, okay. Because I got the schedule here. We'll take a look at this in a minute. Because we got to, we like to, if there is a tie, if you will, or if it's close, we like to kind of pass around the player of the game award. And nice job by Jada. His first points of the night. And the reason I ask is because the game that I did with you about 3 weeks ago, it was kind of close between Canaxis and White, and we gave it to White that night. And White had 17 points in the first half, and I'm thinking, well, even if we kind of almost have to go with him again if he's that hot, right? But all of a sudden, Canaxis getting it done. I wasn't sure if he's been player of the game yet this year.
Yeah, we kind of stretched that. Unless it's a runaway, then we kind of try to
But, I thought it was going to be a runaway, and now all of a sudden, look at this. And nice pass by Canaxis, and guess who? His partner in crime, Isaiah White, with his first bucket of the half. He's got 19. That breaks the tie. They each had 17 before that play there. Because I know you guys had Bloomfield had a big game against Cedar Crest. I think he had like 25 points and got the award that night. And then we gave it to White against Meadowdale. Nice little save there into the corner. Poe floats it up. And they're going to get a foul here. Looks like it's going to be called on Canaxis. No, they're going to call it on number 5. And that's Jacob Taft. I haven't called his name yet tonight. Taft, 5'10" senior who's in the game right now. Picks up his first personal. First team foul against Everett. With under a minute to go here, third quarter. Nice pass there. Poe finds Nguyen cutting into the lane. He gets his 6th point of the quarter, 9 for the night. Nice play there by White, just couldn't quite finish. And a good hustle play there. Parker to Jada, and a slam for White. 21 points for Isaiah. 19-point lead. Started to mention it a minute ago. Monroe Bearcats, a perfect 9-0 in the season, 5-0 in league play. Although, if we're being honest, they've got a tough schedule ahead. They've played some of the lower tier teams already. Poe from 14 feet out won't go. 20 seconds to go, rebound. And you've got Mount Lake Terrace, Arlington, Stanwood, Shorecrest, and Everett, all either 5-1 or 4-1. All 6 of those teams. And it looks as though nobody from the Northwest League is going to unseat anybody for seedings going into the districts. And there's a hard foul. White's going to go to the free throw line. Certainly, if you're Everett, you're thinking at this point that you still have a very good shot at a Westco title, but at the very least, you want to finish top 4 to try to get a bye through that loser out play-in district game for the first round, which the 5 through 12 teams will be playing in. Foul was called on number 1, Nelson, his first.
Yeah, we did. Their first game was against Glacier Peak,
which they lost, so they didn't get player of the game that night anyway. But miss. Nice little board there, and that'll be the end of the quarter. 60-40, 20-point lead for the Seagulls. We head to the 4th quarter. We'll talk more about some standings, ramifications, and other things when we come back. You don't want to go anywhere. You're watching basketball on STSPN. The band plays on as we go to the 4th quarter, and they always sound wonderful here at the pit. Fun night, a Thursday night, a rarity here. Everett Seagulls, as we mentioned, trying to improve their record to 5-1 in league play. Keeping up with the Joneses, if you will. And anytime those teams that we mentioned earlier are playing each other this year, there's going to be some good basketball games and certainly a lot of ramifications. 16-team league right now. 6 teams all within a game of first place. Everett was picked to finish 5th going into the season according to the Westco coaches. That was the coaches poll. I thought that was kind of low, to be honest. Poe gets in a little trouble there. The ball's batted away. Here comes Isaiah Parker, and he tries to throw it down. Got the lift off, just didn't get the finish there. Ball goes into the air. Parker comes right back with it, and this time the ball's picked off as Shane Nelson there to play a little defense.
That was a good-looking miss.
It's a great-looking miss. Hey, I'm 5'9". I'd like to get anywhere near that rim. Nice job there by Dixon. Puts it back in on the second attempt. His first points of the night. They saw Isaiah dunking earlier. He saw Hayden doing it and figured, I want to get in on this action. And nice hustle there by Jada. Comes away with it, and he's going to get fouled in the process. Speaking of one-loss teams, the Everett girls, give a little shout-out to them. They might be listening tonight, or some of the fan base. Like I said, I think they're in action tonight. They also have only one loss, trailing both Arlington and Stanwood, who are both undefeated. Kind of the way we expected that one to play out this year. Those two teams are just powerhouses, with Jenna Villa over at Arlington and Vivian Barrett over at Stanwood. And
I love it when they got a little dark horse action going on. Have a few teams that aren't always in it.
100%. Ooh, and how about that? Downtown, Mr. Taft. The senior, Jacob Taft, getting his first points of the game and doing it with NBA range on that one. 63-42, largest lead of the night. There's a steal. That's Garcia Luna. White passes it. Oh, and Mr. Jada wanted some of that, and unfortunately, Mo gets fouled on the way up. Isaiah White having a good laugh there. He knew that he gave away some points trying to get his buddy a dunk, and Pilchuck stepped in front of that and said, nah, we're not going to let you just come down and do that. You've been doing it all night as it is.
Well, that's what teamwork is right there.
It makes the dream work.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. Teamwork makes the dream work, Todd Elvick. Here comes Mr. Savovich, throws it into the lane. It gets taken away. Dixon looking ahead to Nelson. Taps it to Gray. Gray with a 3 in the corner. And 2 Everett guys do not make a right as they knock the ball out of bounds, and Pilchuck will keep it.
Yeah, they're pretty effective with that press.
They have. I wanted to keep shouting out here. The Everett girls 5-1. Coach Mack, Darryl McNeil, always doing a great job. He did a great job with them last year and doing it again. We'll see how they can do later on down the road. Again, I know a lot of Everett folks listening tonight, boys and girls, both having successful seasons, and makes for a fun pit on any given night, right?
Absolutely.
It's another tough league, by the way. You got Murphy and Linwood. They're both 4-1. Meadowdale's 4-2, and they've knocked off some powerhouses already this season. They knocked off Lake Washington, who was ranked number 1 in the state, and so they're going to be a tough team. And
where's Stanwood at? Boys.
Stanwood boys are one of those one-loss teams we mentioned, so they're right up there. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
nice little floater there, Jada.
We've got them here at next Monday.
That'll be a good game. That's what I mean. Anytime those top 6 teams play each other, that's good ball. So you want to tune in Monday for that one. I might have to come over after we do the radio show that night. That's just a few blocks from here. Might be able to catch the second half. Shot from the corner from Nelson. Gets it to go. Shane Nelson with a 3 ball. His first points of the night. 65-45. Girls team for Everett, by the way, did the same thing the boys team did. They started off with 3 losses, although they had a win in those 3 losses, where the boys had 0 wins. Jada into the lane. White tips it back up. The ball's going around. Parker, 3rd time's a charm there. 3rd different player to get his hands on it as well. Parker with his first points of the night. Everybody getting in on the scoring now here in the 4th quarter. Ball bouncing around there a little bit. Looked like a Globetrotters act almost, and ends up in the hands of Dixon. Savovich grabs the rebound. Yeah, the girls also 6 of their last 7, just like the boys. Jada with a 3, and that hit every part of the cylinder except for the net. Pops out, 22-point lead. Nice one-handed pass from Poe. Dixon. Off the back iron, bounces out. So you got a good schedule coming up in the next few days. You got the Kamiak, Jackson boys. You got Everett right back here against Stanwood. Great game coming up next Monday.
Yeah, and then we've got Jackson at Glacier Peak, Lake Stevens at Jackson.
Boys.
Boys.
Say what, I got to see that Lake Stevens team a couple times during the break. Whew.
In fact, what are you doing January 13th?
I'm going to be about, how many blocks is it from here? I'm going to be about 4 or 5 blocks from here.
You will be on a Friday?
I'll be working the Everett Silvertips game.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you needed me that night, I'd be all over it.
Nice hat, by the way.
Poe, you like that hat, huh? I like your hat as well. STSPN and the Everett Silvertips. 2 conglomerates that haven't yet come together, but you never know one day. Although I think the WHL has their own thing going there.
Yeah,
Poe with a 3. I don't think you could get in on that action if you wanted. Poe from 12 feet out. No, sees Dixon down low, and he just couldn't quite get it to go. Dixon 0 for 2 from within 3-foot range. He's not going to be too happy with that. Jada on the other end, however, converts a 3. And the quarter-century lead it is, 70-45. White with a steal. Underhand scoop. He gets it to go. Everybody having fun right now for the Seagulls. 72-45. They're starting to pull away here. Looks as though they're going to go 5-1 on the season. League play. Poe from about 16 feet out, front rim. Jada comes down with a rebound. Poe with a hustle, and he knocks it out of bounds. Everett, by the way, if you're an Everett fan. That is their next. Actually, you said the Stanwood game was on Monday. It's on Tuesday, according to this sheet here.
Okay, well, let's see. What do I have? I have
Tuesday the 10th, so we don't want to get.
I have Tuesday the 10th.
Okay,
Sorry.
perfect. We just don't want anybody showing up on Monday and finding well, maybe they played open gym or something if they got here. Jada with a 3. Wouldn't that be something? You come to watch a game and you end up getting thrust into the action.
I was thinking first game next week, and I was thinking Monday being the first day of the week, you know.
I hear you.
So it's Tuesday.
Tuesday. There you go. Danny says it's my turn. Savovich, his first tray of the night. He's got 7 for the game, and there's a 30-point lead right now. It was just their first 25-point lead, I should say. Just about another minute or so ago, and now it's up to 30. Working the ball around. There's a shot from 3. Let's give a little shout out there. That was R.J. Pebbles getting his first action of the night. Pebbles trying to take the charge. Did he get it? Yes, he did. The 6-foot senior standing his ground, standing tough. I always like to give shout outs when a guy gets a charge, or a player for that matter.
You know, that just is not easy to do.
It is not. You're going to stand there and know you're going to take a shot, right?
Absolutely.
Sam Lawless, all 6'3" of them running him over, and Lawless gets called for the foul, his first. By the way, Pilchuck. Well, never mind. We won't go there. Oh, here we go. I'm looking through my papers. I thought all of a sudden I didn't have it with me. Their next game, they got 6 days until their next game. They get a little time to practice. They got 2 games this week, so why not? So we're now down at the 2:23 mark. Gray pulls back, throws up the 3, and the fans right in front of us like it. Galen Gray with his second tray of the night, 75-48. So Pilchuck's going to be in action next Wednesday against the aforementioned undefeated Monroe Bearcats. That's on Wednesday, January 11th, as Thompson tries to get a bucket there, comes back in from out of bounds, establishes himself, puts up the 10-footer, gets it to fall. Coach's kid getting a second half bucket. He's got 4 for the game.
Oh, we want to do another shout out to Jeff Madsen.
Oh, absolutely. I forgot about that. Jeff Madsen, where are you tonight? Where is he?
He's watching. He just said, yeah, it's Tuesday the 10th. So thank you very much.
Did he say that after we said it? Is Jeff trying to?
I don't think so. I think.
Come on, Jeff. We know you. We'll call you on it. R.J. Pebbles, by the way, with the bucket. Andrew, a foul there. Jeff Madsen.
Doesn't say what time it was, so you know.
Jeff, what does Jeff think about his crew tonight? Jeff is the one that schedules all these officials. You know, he's in charge of them all. He's the boss man. I think they did a nice job tonight. A good, clean game, Jeff. I'm going to put it in. I told these guys we were going to give him a hard time earlier when I was talking to him, but of course and there we go. And speaking of a good call there, that was Mark Hedges with the charge call. You got a replay on that one? I didn't see who drew the charge. I was too busy looking for my official names there.
I didn't have a replay.
Jeff Madsen. What? He's like a proud papa tonight. He's probably got a little tear in his eye right now watching his 3 guys.
Yeah.
Is he still watching, or was that earlier?
No, he's still here.
Okay. They're doing the I believe that we have one chant, and why not? You're up by 27 with a minute and a half to go. I would have given it to you if you would have started it even a couple minutes earlier. Here we go. A 3, no, a fake for the 3. One-handed pass into the middle of the lane. That ball is stolen. Number 24, the big fella in there. That's Aaron Hill. 3. Off the front iron. Nice job by Taft. Here we go. Jada for takeoff. Splashdown. Jada was wanting that dunk for a while now. He's been looking for it for like 15 minutes. He got back iron earlier. Isaiah tried to get him one. He got fouled on it. Now he gets one. The freshman Davies with a 3. That ball pops out. Parks, I'm sorry. I called him Davies. Here comes Jada again. Ball bounces around, drops in the cylinder, and they're going to wave it off, saying a offensive goaltending as somebody got up. I didn't see who it was and hit the backboard. You can't do that. 29
the thing is Marysville doesn't really look that bad. I mean, they put up a lot of good shots. They just weren't dropping.
Yeah, it's a rough year for them, and this is a school that has had a lot of basketball success over the years. It wasn't that long ago we were watching them in the Tacoma Dome playing Pablo Banquero from O'Day in the first round of a Tacoma Dome game when Raekwon Battle and Luke Dobler and the crew were going off. I think they had about a 22-4 season going into the dome.
You did the game with Raekwon where he's doing the windmill.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he got that. I think Dobler threw him an alley-oop in that game. They're going to dribble this one out. The fans over there having a good time. They got their shades on for part of the blackout night. The pom-poms for both the cheerleaders and the fans. And the clock goes to 000, and we've got ourselves a final. Well, it wasn't pretty in the beginning. Marysville-Pilchuck came out, scored the first 8 points. However, Everett puts up 79 tonight, a 29-point victory, 79-50. I did ask Bobby Thompson earlier. I said, hey, send up whoever you want. Send up the cavalry. We don't mind.
I do have the mic with in case you...
Oh, you do? Well, get it ready here. We might need it here in a minute. Are we going to take a break, or what do you want to do?
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We're going to try to get some fun interviews, so don't go anywhere. Come on back and see who we talk to after the game, and we'll even have a player of the game shirt. All right here on STSPN.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're just fighting for each other.
All practice, Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extra. Take it on.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else on the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Scoring tonight for Marysville-Pilchuck, Hill 2, Gardner.
We're going high class here. The final score once again tonight, the Everett Seagulls knocking off Marysville-Pilchuck 79-50. And for the second time this year, we got ourselves a squad up here. The Seagulls are in the house. We brought a microphone this time, so we're actually going to go through here, see how long I can stretch out Todd Elvick's cord. Guys, go ahead and give me your names here real quick.
Daniel Savovich.
Mo Jade.
Jacob Taft.
Hayden Canaxis.
Ben Harrington.
Sam Owens.
Mohammed Juma.
Mauricio Garcia.
Isaiah White. Ty Bloomfield.
Isaiah Parker.
Avery Thompson.
There you go, the Everett Seagulls, who are all of a sudden red hot, winners of 7 of their last 8. Let's get this out of the way before we go anywhere else, though. We were going to give this we were trying to decide earlier, 3 weeks ago when we were here, we were trying to decide between Canaxis and White, and we went with White in a close vote. Figured we got to make sure that it comes back around. How about Hayden Canaxis tonight? What do you guys think? Doing a little bit of everything, Hayden. Third quarter, by the way, you jumped out there and you came in strong. You got, I think, 10 points pretty quickly. Oh, we got to get a photo there, too, while we're on the air. I'll get out of the way here so we can get a good shot with Hayden and his teammates. There we go. Get in there, guys. Hayden won't bite, he promises. Hayden, big third quarter from you coming out of the chute. What changed for you there?
Well, at halftime we said we need to keep pushing the pace, and that's what we did.
Daniel, were you guys worried at all in that first quarter? 8-0. Pilchuck comes out. They fire a couple threes up there. They jump out on top of you. We were all kind of wondering where that was coming from. What was the conversation like? I think Coach called a timeout at some point there. What was the discussion?
Well, we didn't have a good start, and then Coach called a timeout, and he kind of just looked at us. He didn't say nothing. And we knew from there, like, it's on ourselves, and, like, we got to turn it up. So, that's about it.
Is that how Coach usually rolls sometimes when he gets a little angry at you? Is it just a matter of giving you a look?
Yeah, he doesn't really have to say anything. We already know what he expects of us. So.
Coach doesn't say anything. What do the players say, though?
We're on each other. We hold each other accountable, so we're here.
Lock it in, and there you go. And then you guys kind of took off. And let's get Isaiah in here for a minute. Isaiah, your first quarter, man, you were scoring buckets. I think you had 12 in the quarter. Steals, passes. You guys were distributing it nicely. You end up going on a huge run. You take a 24-15 lead at the end of the first. Obviously, we thought you might have to work your way back into the game, and you guys went off big time. That's kind of what you guys do, though, lately, isn't it? It feels like you kind of go on those long runs from time to time.
Yeah, we like to go on runs, push the pace very fast. In terms of the points, the teammates make it very easy for me. Just throw me the ball, and all I got to do is really just finish. So it makes my job very easy playing with these guys.
Tell me about the ball distribution, because there are times when it feels like you could probably get more points than you do. Same with Hayden, Danny, the other guys here. And yet it feels like it's a very selfless team.
Yeah, we got a lot of weapons all around the board, so it's like really just selfless basketball is our main thing. Just play for each other, not for ourselves.
Tell me about a couple of those dunks in the first half.
Just when I see the opportunity, I'm gonna go get it. So it's always fun dunking the ball, especially in the pit.
And Hayden, when he's dunking like that, does it make you feel like you want to kind of get in on the action? You got to get it a little bit yourself?
Yeah, I got to get mine too.
Do you guys keep tallies as to who's got the most dunks?
No, but we should. We probably should do that.
And Hayden was getting his, Isaiah was getting his. Mo, you all of a sudden, I think we tried the first one there, and you got a little bit too hard off there. Tell me about the first dunk you went up with.
The first dunk I went up, I was going to go up, but he came right. He fouled me. I thought I was going to get the foul, but I didn't get the foul.
Are you guys buying that? Was it a foul?
It was a foul. I saw a foul.
So then the second time, I think Isaiah was looking for you and tried to give you a feed, and you got fouled before you could even get off the ground, right? Third time's the charm?
Yeah, third time's the charm. Jacob saw me open, passed to me, and yeah, just been waiting for that for a while.
When you know a teammate's looking for a dunk like that, are you kind of looking to get it to him at that point too?
Yeah, for sure, most definitely.
And it works out. Where's Mr. Juma at here? Last time, the spark plug. I still can't figure this out. Last time we had you guys on, everybody was all fired up to talk with you, and once we got up here, these guys gave you the biggest round of applause. How are you feeling right now? Last time I talked to you guys, you were 1-3 to start off the season. You guys have won 7 of your last 8. What is this feeling like for you?
It feels good. I mean, we're back on our roll because it's a horrible start. I mean, awful, but we're starting to pick it back up and start going on fast runs. Our defense is starting to improve, but we're not where we want to be just yet. But we're gonna get there soon.
Was there a moment in the season at all where you guys needed to kind of do something different than what you had been doing?
Just going on that 3-game losing streak, we all knew that we could do better, and we were gonna work on it. And we came into practice, we worked hard, and we got it done.
Ty, I got to ask you about a couple of your plays tonight. You had essentially, I know by definition we don't call them 4-point plays, but you had 2 different instances tonight where you made a basket and then you pretty much got the inbound steal and put it right back up again. That's 8 pretty quick points there. You're feeling good at that moment.
Yeah, just my biggest thing was just working hard tonight. Just my shot not falling, that's my main thing. But I just played working hard and playing for each other.
When you're playing against a team that is winless at this point, but they're scrappy, does that put a little extra pressure on you guys in some ways?
Yeah, but we brought it right back to them. We had good pressure the whole game, so yeah.
No, what's that?
No pressure, no diamonds.
No pressure, no diamonds. Hey, I did want to ask you guys too. I had to have a chance to talk to you about this. You guys went. I think raise your hand if you went. You guys went on a camp back to Maine during the summer, right? Back in June. You guys went 6-0 there. You got to play a little basketball. What was that experience like, and how much has that helped you during the season? I don't know if anybody in particular wants to take this one, but how did that help you guys?
Got you. Obviously, thank you to our coaches trusting us going out there. I think, Bobby Thompson used to play out there, but it was fun just experiencing how levels of basketball change all around the country. But I thought it was good for all of us to get together, and I feel like it really brought us together, and that's what.
And you guys toured a couple colleges, or a few colleges.
Yeah. That was also cool to see. It was cool to see all these different colleges, but yeah, it was overall it was good.
Favorite non-basketball moment from when you were back east?
Oh, really just chilling in the college dorms, man. We were having fun, talking about girls, Yeah, that was fun though. That was fun.
That'll get you in trouble sometimes, but that's also a good time.
Yeah, of course.
Anybody else want to elaborate on that one?
We're good.
Oh, you guys want Juma to speak on that one, huh? Yeah. How was the trip?
I mean, to me, I think it's the best experience of my life, man. I was super happy. It was just, everything was perfect, dog. Everything was good.
Favorite college you guys went to?
Harvard.
Harvard. Okay. Harvard's not a bad one to go to. Anybody else have any experiences from that trip that you kind of think about?
I don't got anything.
What was the trip like for you?
Oh, it was really fun. I mean, I feel like we all just like bonded more and like we're all close before the trip, but that trip just brought us way more together than we ever been.
Is there a reason why Mr. Lawless is hiding back there, or is he? There you go. Sam, come on up here real quick. How have you been feeling during this run? Obviously, winners of 7 of your last 8. What has it meant for you to be a part of this team and to see where you guys are going right now?
It feels great. It's really fun to be with all these guys and supporting them and being there for them when I'm on the bench and just supporting them, and it's been really fun. On the court and off the court.
With so many teams right now that have either 0 losses or 1 loss, are you guys doing a lot of scoreboard watching right now?
Yeah, we are. I know my family is, but we don't need to worry about that too much. We just got to do our own thing.
Play your own game and let everything kind of fall where it will?
Yeah.
Okay. And I do have to ask, too, here, because I didn't get a chance to ask him last time. Avery, Dad was a legend here. You're playing some pretty good ball yourself. Who wins in a one-on-one game between you and Bobby Thompson?
Me for sure. He's old, so.
These guys were kind of oohing and ahhing a little bit. Do you agree with that? Do you concur?
I can't comment on that one.
Yeah, he's winning. He's winning.
Now, I hear rumors that Coach can still dunk. Yay or nay?
He hasn't shown us.
Should we ask his son?
He tore the Achilles, so it's been rough ever since.
So he chooses not to dunk now, right?
For safety.
By the way, Thompson's sister playing tonight. Is that correct?
She is at MP too.
Did we get an update on the score? I think they're pretty heavily favored, but
I'm pretty sure they won.
And I did want to ask this too because Lily, your older sister's in town. Did she go to brother's game or sister's game tonight?
I don't know if she went to. I think she went to sister's game. She's a girls basketball alum, so.
Okay, so you're okay with that because of that?
I accept that.
Okay,
yeah.
She accepts that. They accept the fact that they got a 29-point win. Winners of 7 of their last 8. They're on a roll right now. Wesco better look out. The Everett Seagulls are coming. Guys, congratulations on the victory this evening. Best wishes moving forward.
Thank you.
There we go. The Everett Seagulls. We got our player of the game right here. Hayden Canaxis and the rest of the guys. 79-50 final score. We'll let you guys go enjoy it. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. All right, here we go. Seagulls heading out of here with a 79-50 victory. Thank you, guys. And I have a feeling this will not be the last time that you guys talk to them on a post-game show. Again, Tuesday's game right here against Stanwood. We established that it's Tuesday. 2 teams with 1 league loss. You don't want to miss that game. Like I said, there's 6 teams in this league right now that all have 1 loss or fewer. When those teams match up against each other, it's going to be a battle all season long. It's going to come right down to the last week, quite frankly, as to who wins Wesco. Todd Elvick, should I sign this thing out? Okay, we appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I think we could still say that 5 days into the new 2023 calendar. Again, your final score, the Everett Seagulls 79, Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks 50. You've been watching STSPN basketball. Have a good night.